Hey guys, welcome back to all new episode of Makerspace. This week we're going to be doing an unboxing on a new upgrade that I bought for my Ultimaker 2. I'm going to be going through the box, what you get, what is actually what the box consists of, in case you might be looking at upgrading your Ultimaker 2 to an Ultimaker 2 Plus. If you're having some problems, I'll explain the problems what I've had and why I particularly bought this upgrade. A lot of people might think that it might be a waste, but nonetheless, we'll get into it. I'll show you each individual component, go over every component, as well as, that you guys can see a close-up of each one. I'll take everything apart that you guys can see what's inside of it. So, getting inside of the box, we've got this is the box that it comes in. You're greeted with a couple of small welcomes explaining what this is all about. All right, going inside of it, what you get in the box, you'll see that it's split into a couple of components, and I'll go through each one. All right, we'll start off with the smaller stuff, which is the new spool holder. Okay, the packaging is quite tight, so you know that it's not going to be flopping around. This is the new spool holder that it comes in. As you can see, it's a lot shorter to reduce the space of the previous filament holder. So you can see it's quite a nice small filament holder. Right, so the next thing that we're going to be jumping into in this box, which I'm extremely excited for, as well as why I actually bought this upgrade kit, is the new design gear feeder. The gear feeder on the Ultimaker 2 is horrendous. It's terrible. It's the worst thing that I've encountered. I have had absolutely endless problems. I've reprinted out the upgrade, the so-called free upgrade, which hasn't really helped. It's actually performed a lot worse. I've had the back grub screw actually start failing. I've had to carve out a piece that I'm able to screw in and tighten it up, but it's just really, really badly designed. I have endless unextruded problems on the Ultimaker 2, and I think mainly that is the biggest problem on the Ultimaker 2 is the gear feeder. The gear feeder is terrible. So this new design gear feeder, which I'm going to be breaking out now, is completely redesigned. I'll go through it, open it up, and explain a couple of the features. But basically, the gear feeder allows you to swap filament or change the settings on the filament for really softer filament. You can change the adjustment or the pressure onto the filaments to have a better success rate of printing, as well as it also allows you to manually insert and remove filament, which is a very handy feature compared to the current Ultimaker 2. So I'll get into it now. So as you can see on the new gear feeder, they've got this aluminium backing, which actually is quite great. This has got the 4 screws that you would mount directly onto the Ultimaker 2, and you won't have to put your finger into the back of the Ultimaker 2, undo the screws, line up the metal pins or the screws, and hurt your finger in the progress. I mean, that's one of the biggest headaches of the Ultimaker 2, is to try and get those screws aligned back into the motor. And I'm sure any Ultimaker 2 owner would agree with me. That is absolutely terrible. It grates your fingers. You would have to line the light up perfectly just to align the motor. I've tried a couple of techniques which hasn't always worked. So the nice thing about this is this metal or this aluminium base will screw and fix between the back of the printer as well as the motor. So you would never have to line that up anymore. What you would be doing is you would be using these 4 screws on the front of this to basically connect this to the plate, which is absolutely fantastic. So what I'll do is I'll open this up that you guys can take a look at what's inside and how the new gear feeder looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unscrew these. Actually couldn't find any information online of this gear feeder and how it looks like inside. So I'm hoping that if anybody might be interested in see what this new design consists of, maybe they get a couple ideas or see if it's worthwhile to upgrade. but it is quite expensive on a lot of websites. I managed to import this at really one of the cheapest prices, and nobody's also got stock. That's the other problem. Currently I've been looking online and actually spoke to a dealership here in South Africa, and they said, or a dealer of Ultimaker, and they said that Ultimaker's a bit behind on the ordering, not manufacturing for the demand. Obviously a lot of people want to upgrade. So anyways, okay, so I've got the last screw undone. So these are the only 4 screws that you're going to have to tend to once you upgrade this. And right, so this is what it looks like inside. Just want to get this. It looks very similar to the other design, which is quite strange. It's got a ball bearing in the side, and that's movement. And that's what it looks like from the inside. Don't want to lose any parts, so I'll try and like that. I'm going to just try and hold onto it. You guys can see what it looks like. Looks very, very similar. Same sort of concept and same design. Where this is the pressure. The same screw insert, and then the filament would feed through here. And yeah, looks pretty interesting. Looks very similar. But nonetheless, it's a new design, so okay, I see. Alright, so from what I can see, let me just remove these 2 items that I don't lose them. And there's obviously some sort of backing unit that stops the filament from applying too much pressure, I would imagine. I don't know. But what will happen is, I don't think these things will come apart. But you've got a small gear at the back there, I don't know if you guys will catch it, that rotates this unit over here. So rotating this mechanism here, which grabs onto the filament, will be powered by the motor. The motor's actually got teeth that slide in here and then rotate this gear. This is the gear here. I don't know if you'll be able to get that, but this is the gear where it would fit into, line up with these teeth. Those teeth over there, over here, on the Canon camera that you guys can see, will rotate this small section here. So if I can get that a little bit better, you won't be able to see, but rotating this allows the gear. So that's basically a much better idea, because this screw is basically the one that is very similar to the Ultimaker 2, and this is where the problem mainly lies, that it doesn't work. So they've obviously taken the gear completely out of the mix and just working on a gear system like the Ultimaker original that works fantastic. I don't have many problems with that. So it's quite simple. It's actually quite a cool design. Will somebody maybe get a better, or maybe, I mean, it's a bit of a shame to spend so much money, mainly in my case, just for the upgrade. The Olsen block and all that stuff I wanted to upgrade to, but I mean, it wasn't, I could deal with it. It was just the under extruding of the printer, which was the biggest headache. And looking at this thing, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to design something like this, you know. So, but besides that, I've got it now, so I don't really care. So anyways, yeah, so the ball bearing goes on here just to help the gear move, and clips in, and there's the tension screw just like the other Ultimaker, or the Ultimaker 2. It works pretty cool. Huh, okay, cool. Right, so that is the Ultimaker's 2 new gear mechanism that you guys can see how it works and what it consists of. So there's not that much information online anyways, so this is pretty cool. At least I could show you guys what it looks like if anybody's watching this and sort of wondering how the new gear feeding system works. You guys know. I'll do a follow-up to this video. That's just something that I can't find. I don't know if many people have upgraded their Ultimaker 2s to the Ultimaker 2 Plus. But I mean, I don't see any problems with the Ultimaker 2 Plus. People that have purchased the printers, I don't see much of these problems. So I need more of the Ultimaker 2 people that are experiencing the problems with the feeding of the filament. I'm actually quite keen. I've got some flexi filament here from Ultimaker as well. When I originally bought the Ultimaker, spare parts for my printer. And I'm quite keen to see if this will work. I'm sure it will. Right, the next thing that comes along with the feeder is the new motor for the back. As you can see, the motor itself has been completely molded, or the gear has been molded directly onto the motor. So this is what slides into the back of this. So this is what it looks like. And it's got the connections that you would just plug into the board itself. I'll put the information at the back that you guys can see. Maybe there's some information you're looking for on the motor itself. This is the motor. So this will feed inside here, and then this will turn this gear right over there. So these are the two components. Just getting a bit of a close-up. I know this takes a bit of time, but if there's somebody that is looking for what the new box consists of, you guys can see close-ups, how everything looks inside and how it functions. I know I'm always looking for information like that, and not that many people give such in-depth views of what everything looks like. So those are the two items there. If anybody wants me to send them photos or maybe give them more information on these parts, I'll more than willing to do so. Okay, so that's that. Okay, the other small things is just the nozzle kit. These are all the small nozzles that fit onto the Olsen block. As you can see, this is what it looks like. You've got a small little screwdriver there, little wrench, which is quite cool. Let's just do a bit of a close-up so you guys can see what it looks like. And that's what it looks like there. It's got the 0.25 nozzle. The 4 has been taken out because it's inside the Olsen block already. It's got a 0.6 and then a 0.8 for larger prints or quicker prints. You guys can choose from that. This is the box that it comes in. Small little box. There's nothing inside of it. It's just got a place for you to keep all the nozzles that you don't use it, which is quite nice. So that's the box again. Righty. Okay, the next two items that are in here, which isn't that much, is new print shafts. They added this in case when you remove the print shafts in your Ultimaker, you might bend them. So that's what they've actually included inside the package. So we've got just two rods, which is kind of nice because mine are starting to form little marks and whatnot. So it's actually quite nice that I've got new ones. So I suppose it's just a plus, you know, but I mean, I would have liked the package a little bit cheaper. Let me just get them a bit closer that you guys can see. Right, so these are the Ultimaker replacement print head shafts. So just in case you bend them, and besides, then you got spares if you don't bend them, you can carry on using the right. All right, the next thing, which is actually so the biggest part, there's absolutely nothing else in here. It's just completely empty. I wonder what's inside here. Oh, I lied. There's other stuff inside here as well. Okay. Right, cool. So one of the last sections is the new build plate clamps. As you can see, I wonder why they put that in there. New build plate clamps. I wonder if it was because the clamps were quite sharp. You get some grease, which is quite cool. But I mean, you got that also with the Ultimaker 2 when you actually got. I've still got actually, but it's nice to have. Right, so you got that. looks like you get an Allen key, and then you get all the clamps. So these are the different clamps. I don't see a big difference between these. Oh, you know what? I think it's the small section on the side here. Looks a lot bigger to pull the clamps out when you remove the bolt plate. So you get some washers here as well. I think that's maybe what the difference is. So if you're wondering why they added clips, it seems like the clips have got a bigger section to remove the clips from the bolt plate like this. Because currently that's actually something that I've never heard anybody complain about is on the bolt plate is the clamp, these clips. These clips are super sharp. I end up just taking a needle nose pliers to jab between because it'll cut your fingers trying to remove it. So I don't know if maybe people complained or maybe they realized that it was a bit too sharp. But nonetheless, so this is the little packet that you get. So you get some grease and you get some clamps and you get a Allen key or Allen tool. Right, the other things that you get inside is the calibration card. This is to align or to do alignment, build level alignment. You get a card which is quite nice. You get the stickers, the +2 stickers that you can put on the top and at the back of the bolt plate. And then the other thing, these are just alignment tools. So you can slide into the printer. These have obviously been printed by them. Then you are able to remove the print head shafts without damaging anything. You can slide these in. So it's nice that they've added everything in. But this is what it looks like in the bag. There's the stickers. So you want to see this. This card actually looks like just looks like plastic. I thought it was like a normal piece of paper, but it doesn't seem like it. It's like a laminated card almost. Well, it'll be nice to level my bolt plate with this. And I suppose it's just an extra, whatever, as long as you get something extra, I suppose. Right. Then the next part of this is the fully assembled print head. This has got new fans. It's got new Sun-On fans, which are extremely quiet apparently. You've got a new heat cartridge, which is now, I think it is 35 watts, which heats up a lot quicker. It's a lot better. They've also got some other things like a new isolator, a PT FE isolator, which is a little bit better. Apparently it lasts a little bit longer. So that's also another upgrade. And then they've also got another PT100 sensor inside the head itself. So majority of this box, let me remove. Stick this aside. All right. Right, let's take this baby out. Right, so this is the new fully assembled head. Okay, there's nothing inside there, it's empty. Right, so it's basically a full new head. It's got the new fan ducts, which point the air a little bit better. And it's got the Olsen block inside there. I'll do a bit of a close-up that you guys can see what it looks like. So that's what it looks like there. Feels a little bit lighter as well. I don't know if that's maybe because of this. That's the back of it. So I'm quite keen to hear what the new fans sound like, because they apparently say they're super, super soft. So okay, and that's what it looks like over there. It's a bit out of focus. It's the new temperature sensor inside, and then the new Olsen block at the bottom, which you're able to remove the nozzles, which is pretty great. Otherwise, everything else looks pretty much the same. This tube feels a little bit and looks a little bit different as well. Right, so that is basically the complete unboxing of all of the items. Let me just try and grab them and put them nicely for you guys. So all that money buys you all of these items here. Right over there. So call it, I think I ended up paying $300, I think it was $300, about $320 for this, which is a lot cheaper. I looked in the UK and everything, or a lot of other places were crazy prices, and that's why I ended up buying it from the States. So cost me a lot less than what I would have actually paid for it in South Africa anyways, from the distributors that bring Ultimaker in, and they didn't have parts or they didn't have spares, or they didn't have any of the stuff in stock anyway. So I just decided to pull the trigger. So the next video that you guys are going to see from me is going to be an upgrade of doing the upgrade steps of the Ultimaker 2. How easy is it? I don't think it's going to take me that long. It'll take me maybe about 20-30 minutes to put everything in, but I'll show you the guides that in case somebody does get it and they I know Ultimaker actually has got a video out there, but nonetheless, I'll do it because I've bought it and I've got some content now for my video. So I'll go through all of the steps and whatnot. I'll print and I'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is basically the unboxing. If you guys enjoyed the video and you thought it was helpful, remember to hit the like button and at least know that I'm doing a good job. As well, if you're not subscribed, maybe take a look at doing a subscribe. I'm going to actually be doing a nice unboxing on the Ultimaker regional heated bed upgrade. I'll do an unboxing of that, as well as a guide to do the installation and whatnot. So that's just going to be pretty cool. I've just got 2 prints that I'm still busy with, having a couple of problems, but nonetheless, if you subscribe, you at least get notified as soon as I upload a video. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day and evening further, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.